you test screen for the new Superman movie?
Yes. Yeah.
You tested with James.
For
James Gunn.
Supergirl?
For
Yeah.
For Supergirl.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you almost got it.
Mm-hmm.
It was between you and the girl who got it?
Yeah.
Was that heartbreaking?
Yes. I definitely can't lie and say it wasn't. But at the same time, like, the fact that I even got an audition and they liked it.
So you just read once and then you tested?
Yes, I sent in the tape and then I tested, yeah. And the fact that they like it and that I even had a chance was just like bonkers. To
get to that level, to get to that, to be in front of the director and all that is just, it's if you could look at things like as an accomplishment and not as, hey, I didn't get this, but what good things did happen? Well, it may have opened the door and they saw me and I got so close that maybe they'll consider me for something else.
Yeah.
Or maybe the studio likes me for something else, or I'm in that ballpark where I'm good enough.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I mean, that is totally how I've been looking at it. And just growing up and being obsessed with superhero movies in general and being able to like actually like screen test and be in that world just a bit. And like everyone there, like a part of his team, like as I'm sure you know all of them, they're literally the nicest
They're
people.
Great. They're great.
And they made me feel I was so nervous. Like I was literally shitting my pants. Like
literally shitting my pants. Super shitting my pants.
Super shitting my pants. And they were so nice and made me feel so comfortable. Like I will just never forget that. And that was cool. And also gives hope of like, wow, like there's actually like really dope people and really cool people in this industry that have each other's backs. And like, that was also a great lesson to learn too. It's, so.
Were you there with, who's the actress who got it?
Millie.
Millie. Do you know Millie?
I don't.
But did you meet her that day?
I did, yeah. And she's so nice.
She was nice.
Yeah, and very talented and so deserving. So I'm really, also like, I'm really excited just to see it because I'm such a fan of what they're doing.
You love that stuff.
And what they're doing with the DCU. So like, I'm just happy for her and for them to do it. I mean, obviously like, it was definitely hard to hear, but I also understand.
When did you get the call?
I understand why.
Yeah.
Probably like a couple days after.
Did you ask, like, did you hear anything? Did you hear anything?
Yeah, no, I was freaking out. I was like,
and then they called you and said, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Did
you cry?
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's like, it's emotional. You put your heart and soul into something.
Yeah.
Why, it's just like, man.
Yeah.
I've had those moments where I'm like, I'm right there. And somebody thought that person was right. It wasn't that you weren't great.
No.
It was that person's just what we're looking for.
Yeah. And
exactly what we're looking for.
Exactly. And what was really helpful around that same time, me and the lead of the zombies movies, Milo, we were actually involved in the casting. Like we were producers on Zombies 4. So we were actually involved in the casting process. And that helped immensely. Because in my mind, my intrusive thoughts, I'm like, oh, you go into an audition and everybody is like, wow, she's shit. Like, boo.
Yeah.
And like Joe is terrible. And like and just all the negative stuff you think in your head. And like, if you mess up once, it's like, oh my God, like they think I'm terrible. Like I'm not meant to be here. But going through that casting process and seeing all of the kids and how talented they were. And was nothing, like even talking about the casting, it had nothing to do with them at all. It was just like, who's the best fit for what this movie is? That helped so much because it made it less personal of like, okay, like they still liked what I did. And it's nothing about like my worth. It's just like a different direction, which is so fine.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's hard to do that in the moment. But
yeah, it is. But like, I think the older you get, I think the more experience you'll have, which you already had a lot of experience. But like, the more you deal with it, the easier it won't be. Never will be pleasant to hear no.
Yeah.
Nobody likes hearing no.
Yeah.
But you'll sort of just be like, okay, this is part of the business.
Yeah.
Rejection 90% of the time or more.
Is.
And then you get something and you forget about it all.
You really
and
do.
then you dive deep into that role and you have a blast. You make relationships. You make relationships, and then you meet Drake. Things like great things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about just taking it day by day and see what's around the next corner.
Yeah.
I think that's important.